What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Weekend Diecast. So today we have this Cinnamoroll livery of Audi R8 from Tarmac Works. If I have two words to describe this car, I would say pretty and expensive. Also pretty expensive. Yeah, I paid big bucks for that, and I think this is like an event special, so they released that first on this Macau Grand Prix 2025 event, and later on they produced some regular version, but still the quantity is pretty limited. So overall it's kind of hard to get, and also Hello Kitty is always like a hot pick. Everybody fight for the Hello Kitty version of anything. So I paid about, I don't know, regular. So when they released that on the event, it's about $25. I probably spent like $50 on that. Not the worst, and most of the time I'm actually pretty rational in terms of buying these diecast cars. But well, in terms of when it comes to the model that you really like, something that really like a passionate about, I mean, I just care a little bit less of that. You know, sometimes I just take the bullet for that. I'm kind of on a mission to try to collect all the Audi R8. I mean, Tarmac is like a big brand to release those Audi R8 liveries, those fun Hello Kitty ones. And unfortunately, they're all pretty expensive, and most of them are like a special version or event version. So it's a little bit hard on me, but anyway, let's look at this thing. So box, super cute box, right? This like light blue color, and the Cinnamoroll's characters everywhere. I don't watch Hello Kitty, but this is just pretty fun. I think this is pretty fun. So in the back, and all right, here are the licensing stuff. You have the Cinnamoroll licensing, and Audi R8. I mean Audi. Here it is. All the good stuff. And let's open this thing up. See this like some sentences in the back. Every day is happy when I'm with my favorite friends. You're spreading those positivity, spreading those happiness around. Okay. Comes with acrylic box and has this fun base as well. A lot of Cinnamoroll characters, clouds, balloons, fun stuff. And here's the Cinnamoroll. So of course we're gonna take this off the base. It's fairly easy, just one screw, and it will come off like that. Let's set this thing aside. Alright. So first that I noticed is this car does not roll. Does not roll at all. Like free rolling, no. But if you can kind of force the wheels to roll. I think it's like a combination of how low the wheels are, and also the brake disc details and stuff kind of blocking the axles. So yeah, this car does not roll well. So just for your information here, we can look at the overall shape. Is pretty accurate with the Audi R8. They have actually released a lot of this same casting and R8 LMS GT3 Evo 2. This is actually the same casting as the one I reviewed before. This like a Tarmac anniversary, 10 years anniversary version. And in this one, I like the paint a lot because it's glossy and very smooth. And like first half is matte, second half is glossy. It's just very beautiful paint here. But this one right here, I'm a little bit disappointed because the paint is a little messed up in my opinion. We can look at the front. Right away you can see that the paint here is overflowing, and this corner is just all messed up. And here we're like missing some purple paint for the canards. So I'm not very impressed about the quality control of this car, and yeah, just a few things I want to point out. First is here, paint is messed up. Where else? I think it's somewhere else that I'm just not a big fan of. I think the whole paint is yeah, I forgot where else that I'm not very happy about. But well, for myself, I don't really care about that much of detail, to be honest, because I'm not gonna just walk by my collection and every time I'm gonna look very closely. Oh my gosh, the paint is so bad here, I'm so mad. So no, I'm just gonna leave it in my shelf, and then probably never gonna look that close anymore. But you know, for the audience purposes, I just want to point these things out, so you probably care more than I do. And so the front lights, the headlights are pretty good. They are, I mean, separate pieces, separate acrylic pieces with some silver as details inside. And those air intakes, the front grille, I'm very impressed about the front grille of this casting. So they're apparently all hollowed, and I don't have a good lighting for that, but you can, if you look at that in person, you can actually look inside and be able to see the radiators inside, so that's very impressive. And this three, like more air intakes, these are not cut off, so these are just painted here. And the Audi side is not, if you get really close, you can see it's not very sharp, right? And here you can see that this is actually Uno on the front grille. This paint is Uno because this car is based on Uno racing team. It's like they have a real version of this car on this race here. So they finished at the 11th because their like a chassis got broken in the middle of the race, so they're trying to catch up, but unfortunately finished at the 11th. Not the worst, but definitely can be better. And yeah, the canards are messed up here, and they're not separate piece. So yeah, that one, yeah, they could definitely do better jobs on that, because I mean, guys, it's 2025. You charge $25 for this casting, and I don't know, I feel like they can do better. So things I love about this casting, first is the front grille, very intricate piece right here. Second one is actually the wing here. So we talked about this wing before. They're all, you can see those cutoffs, very thin pieces here. And I think this is called a swan wing brace or wing support, because on this angle it looks like a swan, right? So that's how you actually, this shape is how you distinguish the Audi R8 LMS Evo 1 from the Evo 2. So Evo 1, the wings are like, the supports are like facing the other way. Instead of curving to the front, they're actually the regular wing support that will look on other cars. And yeah, we can look at those liveries. So many Cinnamoroll characters on the car, so many of them. I don't think in the real car they have those Cinnamoroll painting on the windows, so because it's kind of distracting, right? Here you have the 72nd Macau Grand Prix. And here's more like air intakes. No, this is actually the air outlets for the wheels. And beautiful color. So look at the wheels. Yeah, the wheels are not good either. And the paint, they just got everywhere. I know this too, yellow color spoke is like a valve, air valve indicator. So that's good details here. No tire prints. And yeah, just purple color. It looks pretty good in distance. You just don't look closely, you know, just I don't know. Look at this this paint on this aero units here, kind of mess up too. And none of these are like hollowed, they are all just painted. Tarmac wars. And here in the bag, the Audi sign. The tail lights are actually pretty impressive. Yep, 2 tail lights, separate pieces as well. You can see a little, kind of some depth inside. You can see the bulbs details. Exhaust tips painted silver. And here you can see the Uno Racing Team logo here. Have some kind of diffuser in the back. On the other side you have the gas cap. I think the paint might be too thick. That's probably why, to make it look like none of the panel lights are sharp enough, because see, even though there's like a gas cap here, you can barely see it because the paint is so thick. It's kind of ironically, I just like appreciate how good of paint on this model, even though they charge way less. This is like a $19 or something, but on this special version they just did such a bad job. Oh, actually, maybe because they released that last year and this is like the most updated. I don't know, maybe they're improving, who knows. And where we're at, okay, on the top you can see the engine details. I believe it's the same engine details as the other one. Same color, like a silver engine, and like a matte gray roll cage. Same color, same shape. And you can even see the same word, "Every day is happy when I'm with my favorite friend!" Exclamation mark. And you have this like race modified acrylic glass in the back here. This part, I'm good with this part. Looks very good. Here, emergency exit on top. And oh yeah, I just figured out another thing that I don't like about this car is because it's a metal body, but it's plastic base. So yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know how many people actually pay big bucks for this car though. And tarmac work at the bottom. I kind of don't want to open this car up, since I feel like this wing part is so vulnerable, and if I do any kind of big motion, I'm gonna break the wing. I actually broke this one. I have to glue the wing back, so that's why another reason I'm not going to open this thing up. But if you want to look inside, it's just kind of all black interior besides the roll cage part and engine part, and yeah, nothing super special about it. But it still doesn't change the fact that I like this car, and not to regret paying for the extra premium for that, just for the collection purposes. So yeah, do you like this car? I know that they just released another version of this another colorway for this coming 2026 HEC show in China. So I actually ordered one from the secondary market. I mean, obviously I paid for a little bit more, but not as crazy as this one. So I was hoping that the other one can more worth it, you know. The other that one is like a lot of contrast color on the same casting. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Well, obviously I'm gonna show you guys when that thing arrived. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys don't mind the video. And yeah, a little bit advertisement for myself. I review a lot of 64 scale cars, regardless of the brands. I review a lot of brands. And if you like this kind of video, definitely leave me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.